Hey YouTube, coming at you with the first Ultra League Fantasy Cup. Giratina, Escav, and Lucario. So basically, very simple strategy. Escav and Lucario. I expect a ton of steal. If you watch my top teams video, I expect a ton of steal because, again, steel resists dragon and steel resists fairy. So it just seems very common sense that you see a lot of steel. Plus, Registeel is going to be one of the top Pokemon. So having two counter users is good. Lucario as the safe swap because you have, if you get hit with like a Giratina in the back, Escav is going to have a really tough matchup as opposed to Lucario, which can throw Shadow Balls. So Lucario is the safe swap. And then just like Giratina, basically absorb a ton of energy and then just save shield for the back two. So super strong team just because I did see a lot of counter users and a lot of things weak to counter. So here we go. Good lead. Slow on the get out here, but again, do not care because the claws are doing a little bit of damage. Take the Night Slash, that's fine. Out comes Lucario, which is going to resist these moves. I'll Power Punch here. Totally blanking on the second move. I know Night Slash is resisted because I'm half fighter. I do not know what the second move is, and Lucario's glassy AF, so I was like, I don't know what this move is. Let's just shield. They just go with the Night Slash. That's fine because I'm boosted already with one Power Punch. It's not close combat, it's Power Punch. What am I doing? It's Power Punch and Shadow Ball. I'm not going double nuke. I am going normal moveset here. Power Up Punch. So Power Punch, Shadow Ball. I was able to bait there, and then again, 2 times up, just getting chip damage off. So just getting chip damage off in a neutral situation there is huge. Because this is now basically within just Claw and like one Shadow Sneak and 2 Claw range to take this out. And again, Giratina is just so tanky, just taking these drill runs like it's nothing. Staying in here just to like, again, force them to throw and look at that chip damage. It's not insignificant, especially when you now have a counter user to take out a steal. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I remember they go to 10. But now because we are in the same 2v2 fast move, I will get that counter through. That is unfortunate when you have the same and you can't really do anything about your fast move optimization there. Tapu Fini, this is where you kind of just need to stand for a while here because surfs are resisted, your claws are adding up, your sneaks are adding up. I can take a Moonblast, but I'm probably going to shield just because I know it, like baiting a surf there is very risky. Gonna get the second one off here, and then I'm gonna get the third one off, or am I gonna get the third one off, and then hopefully take them out. But they lowered my attack, so I may not take them out. And then I remember sniping with a counter user here, and they have A9, and they may be running a triple fairy team at this point. Because you have A9 here with Powder Snow coming into a steal, and they had Tapu on the lead, and I was like, why is Ninetales on my why is Ninetales on my Escav? This is a terrible matchup. Powder Snow's resisted, Weather Ball's resisted, Dazzling Gleam is resisted, counters are neutral, Drill Run is neutral. So I'm just guessing that they have another fairy in the back here. And I catch the Weather Ball on Lucario just to save Escav's Drill Run. And they're now quitting, which I'm like, okay, they're definitely running some sort of... Don't run Triple Fairy. Do not run Triple Fairy in a meta dominated by steals. Please. So this one I'm a little quicker out on the draw. Haxorus comes in. I fully expect a shield and just Breaking Swipe before... That being said, breaking swipes is resisted, but these counters are adding up. But again, they won't be able to counter me down before I get to another drill run, so they're gonna have to throw here. I don't even know if a breaking swipes takes out from this range. It may because I'm pretty low. Yeah, it does. Okay, that's fine. Resist the counters. Let's see if I shield or just go to shield Lucario. Yeah. That's kind of my thinking in general with this team, is 2 shield Lucario is just the way to go if you can, right? Grab the shield with Escav, Again, if they had Moonblast, I think they do have Moonblast because I remember taking a Moonblast here. That would do neutral, so this is going to hurt more than anything else. So I'm just going to shield up the moves here. That's fine. Double shield. I should be able to counter down from this range and come out with a move. And I have a move. What are they going to come back in with? Scizor. I could have gotten Shadow Ball here, but I'm baiting because they know I have Shadow Ball. And I grab one shield, and now I'm able to... They're not going to throw Night Slash because Night Slash is resisted. So get to the Shadow Ball, take them out. Lucario sweeping with that shield advantage, taking out the entire team. Zacian, which I was like, oh, this is interesting because you have a fairy on my dragon, but I also... So like why fairy is tough for this team is because you have like 2 counter users and a dragon, right? So it's tough from that perspective. Here comes your Berserker, which I expect is to save something else weak to fighting in the back, because this is a very common team idea. We both got some spinning leg there. This is a common team idea, right? Fairy on the lead. I just kind of mentioned this. Draw out a fighter with did I just say that? I just said this in the other video that I just filmed for Friday. Sorry, for Monday. I just filmed a video for Monday and now I'm filming my Friday video. What I said in my Monday video was this exact team idea where you have, I think Berserker as a safe swap is generally very, very strong. If they didn't get the spinning ball there, I think they probably could have got 2 moves off. But the idea is to pull out a counter user with that, still grab a shield with a couple close combats, wall them with the fairy, and then have your second weak to fighter roam free. Unfortunately, I'm running Double Fighter, so there's not much they can do there. What you will also see in my Monday video is I use Giratina Origin in my Monday video. And I think Giratina Origin is possibly one of the best safe swaps in this meta. I expect to get, again, same thing. I expect a double steal here. Giratina or Fairy in the lead. It makes sense, right? It does the same thing. It walls the counter user. I think Giratina Origin is way better than Giratina Altered just because there's no dark. No, that's not true. There is Hydreigon, but no one's ever going to use that because why would you in a meta that is dominated by steel fighters and fairies and dragons, right? So it's just like, that seems dumb. So I think Giratina Origin is like one of the better safe swaps. If I had a Weezing, I would use a Weezing because I think Weezing, is very, very strong in this meta as well. Being able to just like take all these moves from my Giratina, super spammy. Play Rough's going to take me out here, or Brutal Swing. And if they have Overheat here, Overheat's going to take me out, right? They bank it. I have to throw out the Shadow Ball, but now they're going to get to multiple Overheats to take me out. So if I had a Giratina, if I had a Weezing, basically on the 25 games that I played today, what I saw and what I played with, I like Giratina Origin, I like Weezing, I like Escavalier Lucario as your counter user, and I do like Berserker as a safe swap that you're gonna lose the mid game, but still grab shields. So that would be my suggestion if you want to build a team with those. Giratina counter user plus Weezing overall, I think is a pretty solid team, quite honestly. So if you have that, based on what I saw today, I think that would be a pretty strong team to put together. I did not see a ton of Reggies. I have dropped a bit since I hit Legend because I don't care. I'm just having fun, right? Putting teams together that don't make sense just to use Pokemon that I like playing with. Have not seen a ton of Registeel. It is ranked number 1. I don't actually think it's as strong in this meta as you think it would be. Because you do have Escav, Lucario counter users, and I saw a couple extra drills, so those all beat it. You have Giratinas that are everywhere, so those are beating it. You have, I mean, you have Dragonite with superpower, but that's still like a rough matchup. And yeah, this is just a counter down. So Berserker lead is tough. Obviously, that's a rough matchup in the lead. This is why you come Lucario as a safe swap, because you need to get a Shadow Ball off. They correctly shield the Shadow Ball because why would you power a punch bait? Like, that's a really, really, really risky bait. Because they could live a Shadow Ball, so they could just let this go and still take this into 0 if they wanted to. And they will take this here, take me out. That's fine. I just got to come in, mirror it. Don't shield anything if I can, and then just try and go 2-shield Escav is essentially what this play has to be here. So we will see if we can get this done, or it'll depend what they have in the back, because they still have the Berserker on the lead, so the Berserker can grab a shield, and then it'll just depend what they have in the back. Giratina is probably one of the hardest things you're going to see. Unless this is the team with the Solgario, and then I was like, no, that is much harder against... so the Berserker... Oh, Tapu Fini is just as hard, right? Because you can only get the counters resisted, you can only get drill runs, it does like 40-ish%. Those water guns and surfs are just going to outpace you. So this is a pretty like hard counter. Yeah, this is pretty hard counter. Tapu Fini on my Escav, Giratina on my Lucario, and then a Berserker on my Giratina. Like it was a tough matchup to even have a chance at. So you just got to take, like, you can't write off a team because you get hard countered, right? So I did well with this team. I did 2 sets, and I went 7-2 because I actually started with a different team. So I actually went 7-2 over 2 sets with this team. And again, I'm down at like the 2600-ish now again. Actually, not anymore. Between this and between the team that you're going to see on Monday, I'm back up to like 2750-ish, somewhere around there. I had a pretty good day. But again, this cup is very, very limited. Counter user, Escav, you just got to stay in here. They catch on the Registeel, which is a good catch. All this does, though, is it, instead of needing like 2 drill runs for this, I can now just go 1 drill run plus a bunch of counters, because that extra chip damage from Shadow Sneak puts it within like an easy counter range. So even if they lower my... I'm going to shield here because it's probably the hardest hitting move that I'm going to see. But even if they lower my attack, which of course, when it comes up, when it hits me, it's like a 100% chance. But when I throw on them, it's like a 2% chance. They lowers my attack. But again, drill run's not going to take me out. I'm still going to get to multiple drill runs. So even though my attack is lowered, it's still going to do, between the drill runs and the counters, I'm still going to do a ton of damage here. I like Escav. I saw a couple people, because there's no reason to run. There's absolutely actually no reason to run Mega Horn in this meta, because Fairy resist bug, Steals resist bug, and I guess Dragons are neutral, but the Ghost resist bug. So I can't even throw it on Giratinas, right? So I went against someone who had Acid Spray, which is not a bad idea if you want to just throw it against Fairies to lower their defense ×2 and do like a little bit of chip damage there, because I had that happen to me. Oh, they did that to my Dragonite. They chipped my Dragonite, and then those counters were adding up. So if you want to run Acid Spray and drill run on Escav, you can. Like I said, Giratina Altered is good. If I prefer Giratina Origin just based on how I played it today, but Giratina Altered is fine. Lucario, again, is good. You could go Close Combat Shadow Ball closer type thing. You could, but I just think between like, there's so many just like pure steals in this that I think just having like Power Punch being able to ramp up or bait in potential situations is probably better, but you got to do what you're comfortable with. And then, yeah, like I said, there's the other Pokemon that I liked that I saw today were Weezing and Berserker. And I wasn't thrilled with what I saw from Tapu Fini, just because too many dragons walling you, quite honestly. So that is it. That's the first team. I've got, so this will be my second last video. I just filmed, like I said, I filmed my Monday one for another Ultra League Fantasy team. So I'll have this team going Friday. I'll have another team that I filmed before I even left for this trip coming tomorrow. So it'll be back in my basement. Tomorrow, in the basement here, you will see I analyzed the top 32 teams from the Pokemon Championship. So the pick 6, show 6, pick 3 format. So basically in that video, it's a longer video. It's like 30+ minute video, but I go over like how you team build for that, analyzing the top 32 teams, how they all have a very common theme, and how there's a kind of issue with the Great League because of it. And if you were like to build a team now, how you would like team build for that. So that will be Sunday. And then I got a team coming Monday. It is a double dragon team featuring Giratina Origin, like I said, which is very, very strong. And then I will be back at my house Sunday night. I don't know if I'll be able to film Sunday night because we'll have guests over Sunday night who are driving back with us. But I should be on a somewhat regularly scheduled program moving forward this week. And then Friday, like I think I mentioned this in my other video coming up on Monday, Global Go Fest is next weekend. So Friday I'll put out a video going over the Pokemon that you need to focus on for Global Go Fest from PvP perspective. And maybe I'll do a vlog, even though those do not get views. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments below. Like I said, I don't have the majority of these Pokemon. I do not have the majority of these Pokemon for this meta. But let me know in the comments below if you have any teams you use that are working. And if you were in Master League, I mentioned this in my other video, please, if you can, help me out. It is Ultra League and Master League this week, and then Master League and Catch Cup next week. I'm not going to have a lot of videos for these. So if you are in Master League and you have some, link in the description. I appreciate you sending those so I can showcase them in the next 2 weeks. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.